now I can't think
With
of
a
it.
force! Alright,
I like how you always go, like, alright, anyway.
yeah, like,
after we're
alright,
like,
alright,
I'm
so,
done.
alright, I got that out of my system, and
So,
we're killing demons.
Hey guys, welcome back to Diablo 3.
Get some!
Spin it!
We stopped mid-action just so you'd have an action-packed beginning.
Hells yes, dude.
And when we stopped recording, we found out that Ted doesn't like fucking Shadow of the Colossus now. And Billy had,
An aneurysm?
yeah, like part of
Yeah.
him died, I think.
Yeah, he had a heart attack, I'm pretty sure of that, actually. He's just sitting in rage right now.
That doesn't
cups
make any
of-
sense.
Yeah, 4 cups
Like,
of
that
whiskey
doesn't make
deep.
sense. Like, that's a choice. like you're making the conscious decision to fight your soul and just be like, no, I don't like this. Fuck you.
Okay.
But we're still cool. Because, you know, everybody's got an opinion, and everybody's opinion is valid.
So, where are
hell
you
of a
coming
world
at?
we
Where are
live
you
in.
coming from with the not liking Shadow of the Colossus?
So I played as a kid, like during that period of time where you have a shit ton of time to play games. I borrowed it from a buddy of mine, played it. I
Are we supposed to do that?
Yeah, we need one more,
Okay.
Yeah, ask the guy to fucking explain himself
it.
and then interrupt.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't running.
Shut.
This
You
fucking-
rude ass piece of shit!
Anyway,
The
continue, Ted.
hell? Okay. Left over here, maybe. Do we bound in this one?
I don't think we went in this one.
I don't think we did.
So I bought it from a friend of mine. I started playing it. Just everything about it I didn't like. I didn't like the camera. I didn't like the combat. Like, just, it didn't feel fun.
Billy's having a full heart attack right now. I'm
And
pretty
again,
sure
like,
of it.
I know that my opinion is very unpopular. I've yet to come across anyone who doesn't like. There's 3 games I don't like that no one else dislikes. And
What's
I can't
the
think
third
of,
one?
I can't think of the third one right now.
Because Ted and I, we've been friends for roughly like 10 years at this point, I think.
Are you
And,
still
like,
friends?
Yeah, kind of. Like a little bit. It wanes every now and again. But I just, honestly, there are days when, like, he and I start talking about interests and disinterests, and I'm like, how did we become friends? Like, what happened? Because we have a few good interests together, and then just, like,
I
music
have one of those
and like,
friends.
stuff like that.
I have
Yeah,
one of those friends.
yeah.
He was the
So-
best man in my wedding.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be the best man in
seriously.
his wedding
Yeah.
this year.
Isn't it just crazy?
Yeah, it's that whole opposites attract
Yeah,
thing, I think.
that's
It
maybe
works
it,
with friends
yeah.
as well as booty
Yeah.
fucking.
So if you ever want to booty fuck
Yeah.
Ted,
Yeah.
then you got
Tell him you
Then you
love
better love
the
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. Tell him you're into that shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the other game? I can't think
With a
of it.
force! Alright,
I like how you always go,
Yeah.
like, alright, anyway.
yeah, like,
after we're
alright,
like,
alright.
alright, I'm
So,
done.
alright, I got that out of my system, and
So,
we're killing
The
demons.
demons have been exercised.
Yeah.
I'll agree with the camera.
But that was like a PS2 thing, I think, just in
Yeah.
general. Like, looking back on the
But-
PlayStation 2 and some of its games,
Like,
like,
the
Jesus.
controls were pretty, like, sound. Like you do one thing or the other thing, and then it happens.
And
And
it's
then
also-
the concept of having to hold on to the colossi or whatever, like, and as you get better,
Or hold
you
on to the coloss
your,
balls.
your grip gauge gets better over time. Like, I don't know.
Shit!
It like offered a sense of progression at the same time, and it was super linear, but it made it seem not linear.
We fuck that dude's ass.
I didn't even fight
He
him.
is
I
just
just ran
fucked.
away.
Wait a minute.
And there's some stuff!
Stuff,
Alright,
motherfuckers.
Yeah, sorry, I like
Is there still
stuff.
stuff back there?
Nah, we got it.
Probably none for you, ironically.
I
Probably.
yeah, probably. That's Ted's life in this game.
No looks for you. Go
I
fuck
think,
self.
like, I honestly, like, speaking of linear stuff, just because I share an unpopular opinion about Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 13,
Oh.
everyone fucking hates it, and I'm like, they're,
Oh,
like,
oh,
everyone,
we're going.
Yeah, I thought this was gonna go a different way.
No, everyone despises it, and everyone's
Yep.
reason every time is like, it's just so linear.
Well, that's not why I don't like
fucking,
it.
It's just so fucking linear.
All Final Fantasies are linear.
Yeah, and that's like people jack off to
an
Final Fantasy
extent.
X, and
an
I played
extent.
I played Final Fantasy X like
called
this
side
year,
quests, motherfucker.
and it's
They
so
exist.
fucking linear. Like, dude, you can't do shit in Final Fantasy X until you've damn near finished it.
So
Like, you
yeah,
can't do any side
that's
quests.
one that I have the unpopular opinion with is I didn't like 10. And
Really?
everybody I knew fucking loved
That's
10.
insane to me.
I
Actually,
love
Um,
10.
I didn't play
Yeah.
13. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't play 13 because I saw it and I was just like, nah.
really? That was like your whole thing was just like, meh.
Nah, yeah.
Meh.
It just
I get it.
I couldn't. I was like, it just doesn't appeal to me. I don't know. It might have been because maybe I grew out of Final Fantasy.
I played 13 for like 30 hours. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like any of the characters, so.
I can get that to an extent, I think, too. I think,
Talk to the fucker.
never mind, we'll just move on. We'll do it later. But, like, I think, like, I played a lot of 13, and I definitely get, like, in that one, I think the whole idea was to make a larger story. Like, they were working towards doing, like, a 13.2 and a 13.3, where they weren't as concerned with, like, making that first one, although that's a shitty idea, is to, like, make the first one bad,
Like
and then
to
make the
plan
first,
for sequels.
Exactly. Like, that's kind of a shitty choice,
Like
but...
how movies
yeah.
do now. They're like,
Exactly.
oh,
Or
we,
even
we have to do
video
this movie
games.
so that
We'll
we can
just
do
fix the
13 other
first
movies.
one. Yeah, we'll fix the first one later, and second and third other ones.
Destiny!
But like, I don't know. Like, I can understand from the character perspective. Like, they're all pretty shitty in the first one, and like, it's just not very likable. But 13.2, fuck, that game is cool. And I think that nobody got to experience it just because 13 was like had such a rough vibe to it, or it wasn't enjoyable. And 13.2 is just incredible. There's fucking time travel. There's monster collection, which if you're a Pokemon fan, you just jack off to.
That's pretty
like,
dope.
and it's just so cool. And like, different monsters, you level them up. They have different fucking vibes in battle. You can switch them on the fly with your party and everything. It's just so rad. Like, it has all of these elements in it, plus a great story. Like, incredible. That, like, graphics wise, the game looks incredible. It's just so fun, and I think that really, like, 13 turned a lot of people away from that. 13.3 I didn't like at all, but that's I don't know. I
They
think
have
that
a
was pretty
3?
popular. Yeah.
Lightning Returns.
Yeah. Yeah, the third one is like, it's like they tried to take like an action RPG feel to it almost, where it's basically like you have the overworld from like Final Fantasy 3 and like, or not from Final Fantasy 3, but Final Fantasy like 13 and stuff like that, where you like run around and you see your enemies on the screen and you get into conflicts with them. But once you enter combat, it's more or less like a mix between the active time gauge and like Kingdom Hearts. It's weird.
Okay.
It sounds like that's a dumb way for me to put it, but they just didn't do it very well. So it was kind of a bummer. I never finished it, even though I finished the other two, which is a bummer, but it's a different talk.
So, how do you feel about 7?
Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah.
That was my first JRPG experience ever.
Cool.
So that's always something that I'm going to hold super close to my heart, I think. Because that was just, God, as a kid, like, I remember, it was like, dude, it was my 9th birthday when I got that game. Like, that's
Right on.
how, like, oh, man. Like, I got that game on my birthday, like, that and Mega Man
This is
X4. Oh, Jesus, this is, wait, Force! Alright, so, anywho, I got...
Oh no, oh no, oh
I
no,
got
oh no.
Mega
Where
Man,
the fuck am I?
Dude, it's just mayhem. Turn on your light!
Headlights!
Turn on your orange light, man. It's the only way. But yeah, I got Mega Man X4, which I don't know if you guys knew. Mega Man X is my favorite game of all time because it beats ass. But like, dude, it's just so good. But I got Mega Man X4 and Final Fantasy 7 on the first day, or on my birthday, I mean. And dude, that was. I don't think I played any other games on my PlayStation. Like, that was just it.
on.
And I think it was like easily a good 100 and some hours into Final Fantasy 7 before I was like, I think I'm at like a point where I can maybe be done with this. And that was like as a 9-year-old, so I think that's just crazy to me still.
Sure.
Because like there are very few games today that I'll put more than 100 hours into. Granted, you have more time, like Ted said, when you're a kid, but still, oh man, just exploring and finding all these little like secret things. And the first time that you find like Emerald Weapon and everything like that,
Yeah.
like, yeah, Jesus Christ, and
God
he
damn
shits your heart out. That was
And
just,
like a
man.
main character just dies.
Yeah,
out of blue.
Jesus, that's so
Spoilers.
crazy. Yeah, spoilers from a game that was made fucking 15
20
years
years
ago. Like, yeah,
Next
so
year it'll
Next
be
year,
20,
20 years, yeah.
that's just insane to me. But
How
Okay.
do you guys feel about the remake?
I'm into it.
yeah, I'm there.
It
I'm
looks
with
like it's gonna play like 13
yeah,
or like
Which
15.
I'm not excited
yeah.
Yeah, like I wasn't into the 15 demo at all.
oh man,
I-
bummer.
Okay,
I
so
didn't like
I was
it.
gonna
I
get
don't
to
know.
that one. I was like, how do you guys feel about 15?
I'm into it, dude.
So
I'm there.
15 is the first one that I've actually had interest in since 10.
That's crazy.
Well,
yeah.
I lied.
I guess 11.
I lied.
yeah,
So
we did it, and
I
14,
wanted
but
to get into 12.
12 is
looked,
so fun, dude.
12 looked
I
dope.
liked 12.
I
12 is
fucking hated
incredible.
12.
It was just so like not Final Fantasy though.
It
Yeah.
sucked so many balls.
It's like an MMO,
That's not-
but like
that's not-
I know it's
but
not
not.
constructive and it's not really like. I
It's
know I'm not
it
expressing
played more
myself.
like WoW.
that game is
It did.
balls. Like, thank you
Yeah,
for
it's
your
like
opinion.
You were well
Like,
educated.
all right, yeah.
Yep.
That game is nuts.
I went to Stanford and that game was fucking dicks.
I don't look at it like a Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I don't think I could either.
So I liked the idea. The idea of 12 was
Christ.
super cool. I was really
Wave of
into it.
force.
I did not like the execution at all, and it just I lost interest very quickly.
There is
And I loved
so
that game.
much in that game. Though.
I
Oh
wanted
my
to love
God.
it. Balthier and Fran were so fucking
Oh,
cool.
they're such badass characters, like fucking
They-
sky pirates.
Yeah,
Like,
they
oh.
alone kept me going for as long as I
Oh,
did. I was like,
man.
I'm into these guys. These guys are fucking cool.
Yeah.
But I just Vaughn was such a fucking
Yeah, he's
terrible.
probably the worst.
Terrible
lead
character.
Out of
character.
those-
Like everybody
yeah.
bitches about Squall in Final
Oh,
Fantasy
yeah,
VIII,
I
and
never
I'm like,
got that.
and I'm like, fuck that.
Dude,
Squall
do you know how
is
fucking
way
cool
cooler.
Squall is? Like,
Squall
what
is
the
so
fuck?
fucking
got
cool.
fucking
So
gunplay.
fucking badass.
Yeah, man.
He's got a gun attached to his fucking sword.
So
the one
people-
thing.
That's so impractical, but it's dope.
Yeah. Like, oh man, I'm just into that. Like, it's so badass.
People hated 8, and I was like, I fucking love 8.
I hate 8 for different reasons.
I got stuck at 8 and never went back to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I have the same thing actually to an extent.
My
I also
second
didn't like the
disc didn't
magic
work.
system.
Oh, that sucks.
That's a bullshit. That sucks. Yeah.
That really sucks.
And I, like Zach said, I did not like the magic system.
Yeah, I didn't like the draw
the draw
system.
system?
I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of like just cumbersome for no reason.
Yeah,
Like,
it felt like
it's
they just really wanted to do something different. and
Yeah.
it felt forced.
And granted, I mean that's probably the idea. It's just like, oh, cool, we want to do something that's unique and maybe
Fuck.
something that isn't being done, and like that's cool in its own right. And definitely, Final
Where are we
Fantasy is always
going?
really cool at like kind of changing their game around and making something interesting. What the fuck? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, over
that's
here.
Way out of the way.
Yeah, but I mean, they're always cool, like, trying to do something different and, reinventing it a little bit
Right.
here or there. So I was always really into it, but I don't know, the draw system really turned me away. Final Fantasy IX grabbed me by the nuts and didn't let go for
9
like
was
a year,
super
but
fucking
like,
cool.
oh my god, that was crazy.
Yeah, 9 was fucking dope.
oh my
Vivi
God.
was so fucking cool.
Oh, Vivi's so
Steiner
cool.
was such a cool
Oh,
character.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
because you're like, he's such a dunce. Like, he's such
Yeah,
a fucking
he's just a fucking
idiot.
idiot.
But he's so good to have in your party
Yeah.
for combat. Like,
Absolutely.
especially when you get shock. And you're
Yeah.
just like, well, bye.
I guess I win now.
Well,
All
I
right.
guess that's it. Bye.
We have a force! So, yeah.
And a cold front moving in from the north.
But yeah, I just really, I
9
don't know.
was dope.
9
I wanted
was
to like
super
10.
fun.
I was
God,
really
I love
excited about
10.
10 because I was really young when 10 came out.
Yeah.
And it was, PS2 was the
Oh, yeah,
big
PS2
thing.
was the jam.
And they were like, "Oh man, we're gonna have voiceovers for the first time in a Final
Which is
Fantasy, like full
insane,
voiceovers."
though.
And I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah!" And then I got it, and
The
they did that.
voiceovers weren't the best.
They did
Yeah.
that laughing scene, and I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
my
no,
God. So you
never
played through
mind."
you played through a really good amount
It-
to
it
get
was-
to
it
that
was-
point, though.
It was really cheesy, but I
Yeah.
thought it was like,
They were
I don't
trying
know.
so hard to be genuine.
Yeah,
like,
like-
it was like, oh man.
I just thought it was endearing that they even bothered putting that in.
yeah, like okay.
So Final Fantasy X was like the last Final Fantasy that I played all the way through.
yeah, okay.
I guess
I'm gonna fuck up those stairs.
I think
Just fuck
that's a
Yeah.
lie. I was an idiot, and I totally bought Dirge of Cerberus.
Dude,
And
I have an unpopular opinion.
that was
I like it.
yeah,
I know it's the stupidest opinion, and I don't have a good reason that I like it.
that's cool.
Um,
And I mean, everybody's got that shit, you know.
Yeah, just a weird game.
Is
that
it
I'm
because
like,
you
oh,
just
fuck
like
yeah.
Vincent?
Yes, I think that's it.
I
I think that's
fucking love
100%
Vincent.
it.
That's why I bought it. I was
Yeah.
like, I fucking love Vincent.
I
That-
think that's 100% the reason
I
that I
fucking-
stand behind.
I'm
the
stuck
game.
by a bunch of fatties!
Yeah, Jesus Christ, get my ass kicked.
So I was in high
Quit
school.
flying over here!
Jesus.
Happy Mother's Day.
My snatch!
I'm getting stomped out over here.
God damn!
I was in high school and I had a shitty McDonald's job, part-time McDonald's job,
That
and I
works.
saved up so I could pre-order the collector's edition.
Of Dirge
because I
of
was-
Cerberus?
Yeah, I was
That's
so excited
incredible.
because I fucking loved 7.
Yeah.
and I loved Vincent. Vincent was
Vincent's
my guy.
Oh yeah, he's my favorite. by
we have
a
the same
landslide.
birthday.
That's so cool.
I
Yeah.
thought the way you got him was interesting.
Yeah, you had to go way out your fucking
Oh
way.
yeah, you're not supposed to be there at all. And we have a buddy, Nick Stewart, he played through 7 fairly like recently, like within the past few years for the first time.
Oh,
Which
wow.
is so cool to me that like still people are having that experience and everything, and that because it's just, oh my god, such a fun game.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
so he like lived through it for the first time, and like I have always explained, like, dude, Vincent's my favorite by a landslide. I've never played through that game without Vincent in my main party. I played through it several times, like even as like an adult and everything.
Oh yeah.
But he said
It's on
he
my
made it
PSP,
through the entire
and it's the only
game.
reason I keep my PSP.
That makes sense entirely. But he told me he finished the entire game without ever getting Vincent, and I was like, how the hell could you?
That's not a playthrough.
Fuck your I was like, you have to start over. Like you didn't play the game.
Yeah, you fucked up. You fucked up, bro.
Well, it's fucking ruined. So
That's like
yeah.
you get to the part in the Bible where Jesus meets up with all the disciples,
Wow.
but
This
you
just
never
took
get
a
Jesus.
turn. Yeah, like
He just never comes.
Yeah. Well,
Or you stop after he's dead.
yeah,
and
Jesus
don't keep
never
going.
showed up, so I guess the Bible's just done. Like, is that it?
Like Judas never betrays him, and he actually
Yeah,
just
it's
becomes
like,
like an okay lawyer or something.
He's a woodworker part time. Like, he builds signs and shit. It's a cool job.
Jonah never got rescued from that whale. Yeah,
People
so
just
Bible
starved.
stuff.
It was pretty crazy. Yeah, but I
That
mean,
was a really dull
yeah.
wedding.
Yeah.
Nobody
But
got
I don't
drunk.
know. I just thought, like, man, I was like, that's insane to me. Because, like, even as a kid, I think, and maybe, I don't know how I honestly got Vincent as a kid. Because, like, walkthroughs weren't a thing.
Yeah.
And the internet wasn't that big a deal. And so, like, that was just pure, like, dumb fucking luck. Like, as a kid.
Happenstance.
Yeah, exactly. You were just exploring because you have no other games to play. Because, like I said, you're a kid. You have no income. Like, if you bought a game, turns out that's your only game for the next, 6 months
You
until a
milk
holiday.
That shit
Exactly.
Until that cow is dead.
Exactly.
And then
3
you
pumps
beat that
and I would
cow
drain you.
like a dead horse
Yeah.
until that cow is powder, and then you snort that powder.
Damn straight. That's me as a kid, basically snorting fucking cow powder, milk powder. I don't know. Milk powder was what was
Cowder, if
coming,
you will.
but cowder, yes,
Cowder.
that's a fun way of putting that.
We never had money to afford the strategy guides. I
Yeah.
mean, there were
Fuck
strategy
that.
guides back then that replaced
Yeah.
like FAQs.
Brady
Yeah.
games.
But
Brady
still,
game
like,
strategy
yeah.
guides were the shit.
I know my mom was sure as hell like, okay, you get a game or you get a strategy guide. Which one do you fucking want? You want to actually play the game or do you want to read about the game? Like, and I think honestly, like with the way that like kids are today, I think strategy guides would be okay. Like they'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm in, sure.
Yeah.
I'll just read about the game, save
Fuck
myself 30 hours.
Well, people are just sitting here watching us play.
Yeah,
the game.
seriously, that's basically it. Is like, man, our culture changes around quite a bit, which is cool its own way. But I don't know, like we just didn't have money for the strategy guide, and so I don't know how the hell I found Vincent. Like,
Jesus.
so cool, but I think I don't know.
Speaking of strategy guides, can we talk about the Final Fantasy IX strategy guide?
Okay, that one was shit.
Because I actually still
Oh,
have my
yeah.
copy of it.
Oh god.
Jesus, I'm
And
sorry.
we didn't have internet when I got it, so
God.
it's essentially...
Even if you did, I did, and it was still shit.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
worthless
dude.
pile of
Still
shit.
horse shit.
If you guys are curious, just Google the Final Fantasy IX strategy
I'm sure
guide.
you'll find a laundry
yeah,
list.
There's probably some sort of
Review.
blog or there's
somebody
something,
on the internet
bitched
has
about
talked
it on the
shit.
internet.
Yeah,
Some
somebody on the
asshole
internet has
YouTube
talked
is
shit.
complaining
Like,
about it.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
us.
Seriously, like 20 years
But
later,
for real,
like
it was so
that's the
fucking
worst.
stupid.
That's a travesty of
It
a
was
guy.
so bad.
You would go just to open up a town. You're like, oh, what do I need to do in this town? The entire entry would be about 5 sentences long.
Yeah.
And there'd be a little thing on the side that says, if you want more information about this, go to this website and type in this reference code.
Like,
Yeah.
what?
Would you like to know more? Yes! Tell me!
I would love to know more.
I spent so much money on this book
Yeah.
to tell me more, and
Jesus.
you're referencing
Yeah.
me. Oh, you're telling me to go somewhere else. It's like in the fucking like procedural cop shows where they're like, I didn't do it, but I know who did, and then you have to go question somebody else. But you're paying each
Yeah.
source.
What the fuck? Yeah.
God damn it!
And that's just
Is that
man.
a Prima guide, or
And
was
that-
that Brady Games?
I think
Did
that's a Prima.
I think
Okay.
it's
No.
Prima.
Prima was
Yeah,
terrible.
yeah, I think it's Prima. Yeah, I'm
Prima
pretty sure.
was
Now
so
in
bad.
retrospect.
Prima
Like, wait,
did
Brady
the
Games is
strategy
kinda
guide
new.
for Legend of Dragoon, and they fucked that shit
Oh
up too.
Christ! Legend of the Dragoon. Can we talk on that for a fucking minute?
Dude, Legend of
Dear
Dragoon
Christ.
was
Can we
fucking
talk
Oh
on
my
that while
God.
I switch back to a bow? Because I accidentally unequipped a bow.
Son of
So I can't,
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah,
anything.
do it, Ted.
Okay,
Equip that
I'm,
shit.
I'm,
Do it,
gonna,
Ted.
I'm gonna switch because I fucked myself.
Dude, Legend
Yeah.
of the Dragoon, as a kid, that was one of those games. I think I got that for my 10th birthday.
Nice.
And that was like, I didn't like honestly I don't think I knew what I liked as a kid, and it was really just like, oh cool, the artwork on this
Right.
box looks fucking rad.
Right.
So I was like, I saw a dragon guy
Yeah.
with a fucking sword in his hand,
Yep.
and I was like, whatever this
And
is,
like
I
these kind of
want it.
wings, these fucking
Yeah,
wings,
exactly. I was
Except they were like
yes.
more iridescent and colorful and happy. And
Oh my
shit.
god, it's just so cool.
Oh, fuck.
And
Blue
even to
block.
this game, like this day, I have never played through it twice, but I've never actually finished it.
Oh.
Because
Don't.
it's so fucking hard.
It is.
Last
Oh my
boss is
God.
pretty hard.
turns
Just
sick.
unforgiving.
For like what it seemed like the demographic was supposed to be for that game, yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, I figured that was kind of like another swing, at least in my opinion, and maybe this is exactly what they weren't going for, but that was like a swing at being a Final Fantasy game.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
just for like to reach that demographic and maybe like get a new IP going.
Yep.
And like, you know, find something really cool.
Yep.
And I know it's kind of like a cult classic among people. Like, a lot of people really fucking
Yeah.
like it.
But I
including
think
myself,
it is.
but-
It's just because
Yeah.
it was in that same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Final Fantasy was huge. It was kind of like Final Fantasy, but it had different
Yeah.
mechanics.
Like,
Like, you had
the
to.
addition system.
Yeah,
and like,
you had
oh
to
my
press
God.
square at the right time to do extra
Yeah.
damage.
And
Or
your
whatever.
timing was
to counter their
perfection.
counterattack.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was cool because you had like that morph thing. Like, oh, now I've got wings and shit.
And
It
I'm a
was just-
fucking hard ass, and I
Yeah.
can do dragoon magic. What? I can do what?
I can
Dragoon
say
magic?
who?
Holy
Yeah, man.
shit!
So it was pretty.
Oh
dope.
yeah, that game rocked my
Um,
dick off as a kid. It was insane. Oh
Another
my god.
another PlayStation RPG that I fucking loved, Legend of Legaia.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yes.
That game's so good.
Yeah, it's
You want to talk about
crazy.
like tapping into that gotta catch 'em all Pokemon thing?
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Saru. Like, so there were certain creatures. So, okay, so Legend of Legaia.
not
If you
that
don't
way.
fucking know it all, RPG. Your characters get these arm bracers or whatever.
Basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're sentient beings.
So
And
cool.
you can communicate with them, and you level them up as well as your character. And there are certain creatures in the world that you fight that you can like obtain as a summon. And so like but it wasn't a guaranteed thing, kind of like throwing a Pokeball at random, you know. You had to work at it to actually obtain the creatures.
And the game would only do the check when they died, so if you didn't get it that fight, try again next fight, pussy.
Yep.
Start over, douche.
And it also had a cool fight system where it was like you had a certain amount of
It's like an action bar.
yeah, you had an action bar, and you could do like left, right, up, down, or whatever, and you know it would correspond with.
Oh shit, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
Fuck that.
Sorry.
No, we're
Savage.
doing it.
Oh, okay,
Fuck
we're
you.
doing it. We're moving on.
You
Moving
made
on.
a choice.
We've been here for so long! Alright.
Choices were made.
Decisions were created.
Yeah, and then you could do like certain combinations of those buttons, and it would do
Special attacks.
special
essentially.
attacks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
and you
cool.
had like different arts or whatever, you know, they were categorized as, and it was just fucking dope. It was such a cool fucking game.
And then you also had the ultimate art that
Keep
was
running.
literally every single skill the person could do at once.
Yeah.
Which is just so
And
cool.
the first time you dropped that shit,
you just
man.
shot
Game
dicks out of your
everywhere.
eyes.
Yeah. Oh, it was so fucking cool.
Like, I just, you know, PlayStation 1 and, like, PlayStation 2 RPGs from back in the day just had the craziest
yeah, man.
attacks, and, like,
They were so
your
fucking
super
cool.
abilities make you feel like a god and a half. Like, it's just insane. Have you guys ever done Xenogears?
Yes.
Oh my god.
no.
I know
Xenogears
Ted
was
hasn't.
super
yeah.
dope.
And actually, that was one that, as a child, escaped my radar. I had never played it before, and it was on the PlayStation Network or something
Yeah.
like that. And I got a Vita a while ago.
Okay.
Like probably like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, somewhere in that time. They were like on sale. I was like, fuck it, whatever. I like PlayStation stuff.
Yeah,
and so I
yeah.
grabbed that, and I went on a PlayStation 1 RPG kick. Like, it was
Fuck
just
yeah,
insane.
dude.
I just lived the dream for like probably 3 months, honestly. I think it was like
Hell
a
yeah.
summer lull for video games, and I was like, yeah, let's get crazy. And I played through Xenogears, which that game is long as fuck.
It's so long.
Oh my! It was like 70 hours, like story, and
It's
that's like
crazy.
I didn't even focus on side quests. I was like, there was one point where I was like, I have to abandon this and play this fucking game. Like, Jesus,
Xenogears
man.
gets like so heavy into like philosophy
Yeah,
and like, existential.
Dude, oh my god, it
like,
got crazy.
Just and political shit too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They went nuts. Like, it was just for that game, for that time
And
that
it's
it
really
was
cool.
released, is just insane. And
'Cause
that, like,
giant
the combo
fighting robots.
system. Yeah. Oh my god. If, you're
If
into,
you
like,
don't know,
mechs and
Xenogears,
shit,
giant fighting
yeah,
robots.
They're fucking into that.
Fucking basically a Gundam RPG. Have fun.
Yeah. It's just so cool.
It's
and
super
then,
dope.
Like,
And anime cutscenes.
oh yeah, like full
not
anime
fucking
cutscenes.
PlayStation 1
Yeah.
like CG
Half graphics, like,
whatever, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
fucking computer animated shit. It was
No,
straight up
anime.
anime,
Yeah,
and
like,
it
they
was
had hand-drawn
super
these.
dope.
So perfect. And like the combat system was so cool because you had like the combo system. And if like you could just be like, okay, like you'll get a new combo system for like if you just press square 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 X enough times, like in combat or something like that, which you need action points to like spend basically each button press. So if you do a combo that's like square 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 X enough times, then you unlock what's called like a death blow for it. And then
Yeah.
your character goes the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
And like if it just looks so cool. They do these fucking awesome combos. Every character is cool in their own way, and they all have awesome backstories. I'm glad I think that I played that later in my life.
Right on. You appreciate it more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I need to do with Shadow of the Colossus.
I think maybe that would be good.
When's the last time you played it?
Force?
Well, I was in middle school, so I
Oh.
don't think I appreciated what it was then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should definitely play it through to completion. Because that's
I like
another one
playing
of
through
those,
completion,
like, you gotta get the whole message first. Like,
Yeah,
before
yeah.
you, yeah.
Because it's very much like a Dark Souls-esque type of thing where it's like they're very silent protagonist, like
Very
not much of a
minimal
story.
exposition.
Yeah, like there's not really a whole lot of like storytelling.
You don't know why you're doing it necessarily.
Yeah, until
right
like
away.
the end, and then things start to like make sense and stuff like that. It's pretty rad.
Ow, shit!
Oh, he's getting it on the chairs.
Always getting it on my face. I said not in the face.
I had one bugaboo, not on my face, not on the moneymaker, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Now I'm gonna have to fucking cleanse for 9 hours.
I must cleanse myself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Do you think women like it on the face?
No,
like,
of course
for real?
not.
Guaranteed not.
No.
Guaranteed.
I mean,
no.
so with
Like, not
every-
even some of them?
So yeah, I was gonna say, so like with
man,
everything, every once in a
There's
while.
gotta be a niche crowd for
Yeah,
it.
there- yeah.
Like,
It doesn't
somebody's like,
seem
"Oh,
like there'd
fuck
be.
yeah."
It's just really gross.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was
Well, I
thinking.
mean,
stuff
you-
is so sticky.
So like you wouldn't think that people would be into, laying
Jesus.
underneath a glass table while somebody shit on top of it. But there are those people out
There's
there.
somebody out there
Yeah.
who's into
We're looking
that.
at you, Johnny.
All right, god damn, sorry. Scared.
But yeah,
Oh god, Jesus Christ.
another. I'm just gonna keep fucking going with this. Another PlayStation RPG.
Oh, dude, I'm
That
there.
was super fucking dope. Parasite Eve.
Oh my god, that's another one I played through like last year.
Billy and I actually did
Yeah.
most of the whole series.
100,
Yeah, there's a lost.
yeah.
There's a lost episode of
Oh
Parasite
my god, legendary!
Woo!
That's my favorite part of this game!
Anyway, look at him getting fucked!
Yeah, now you're dying, you sack of shit!
Alright, see
Alright.
what happens in the next episode as we continue to
Hell
discuss
yes.
the golden age of video games.
Dude.
At least for us, because we're old.
Oh yeah, old as shit.
Gonna be 30 in 2 years.
Oh yeah.